You're listening to Jet Bets, the gambling podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jet Bets, the gambling podcast. I am Brian, joined as always with Charlie and JB. Week 10 was pretty good to us.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I had what I would call the duality of man of a week. I went 10-4 on the week. Pretty good week.
Huge.
But of those 4 losses, 3 of them were in my best bets.
Ooh.
Less huge.
Less huge. So my overall season was great. My overall picks were great. I went 10-4. JB went 7-7. Charlie went 8-6. The biggest news: all 3 locks hit.
Oh yeah.
Only the second time this season have all 3 locks hit.
We're so in.
Sweeps 2-2, 500. That's okay. Still 52% on the season. I went 1-3 on my parlay legs. JB went 3-1, and so did Charlie. So Charlie is still the best bet so far. Is JB's locks, because JB is now 8-2 on locks this year. Has not lost a lock since week 5.
Let's hit it.
Charlie's best bets are still hitting at a 56% clip. And our sweeps have been pretty good as long as you don't bet the Thursday ones. Those are the only ones that give you trouble. So yeah, we're doing pretty good here. Do we want to touch on anything about week 10 before we jump in here?
Them damn no good stinking Cowboys ruined my perfect week.
Me too.
I thought the faux show was indeed going to be faux show. I thought that was easy. All 3 of them hitting the 1 o'clock games. I'm like, oh, no, the Cowboys just have to
Not even worried about it.
have to cover 5 points easy. They lose.
I teased them down to plus 2.5 and a huge teaser, and everything hit but that. And
Those no good, stinking, rotten, dirty Cowboys.
I hate it here. Everything sucks and I'm dying.
I hate that team.
Would you like to take a victory lap about your Eagles, or do you want to wait till we get to the game?
I certainly do, but I will wait. I do want to take a victory lap on my bets from this weekend.
Please do.
The hottest weekend I've ever had. 6 consecutive bets hit for a total of 160 some odd payout.
Nice.
Across 3 different sports, I may add.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. You had a nice
It started on Saturday.
UFC.
With Kansas State plus 2.5, TCU plus 7.5. Both those cashed.
Okay.
Then a perfect 4 for 4 on a parlay for UFC 281. All 4 main card fights except for the main event. I saved that for its own bet. Mm-hmm. Alex Pereira by knockout for the main event. Ooh. Cashed. And then my Steelers brought it home. -1 was never a doubt.
Never a doubt.
Kenny Pickett anytime touchdown was never a doubt.
Ooh, you had a good day.
Then, speaking of dual... Oh, and also the Chiefs. That's 7 in a row. Chiefs win margin, 1-13.
Love it.
Now, talk about duality of man. I did a Hail Mary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-leg parlay for... Was that Sunday night? The Niners and...
Was that Sunday or Monday? That was Sunday.
Yeah,
Monday was the Eagles game.
Okay. I went 1 out of 9 legs on that parlay. And they weren't even outlandish. Like, it was McCaffrey touchdown, that hit. Eckler touchdown, nope. Debo, nope. Eckler over rushing, nope. McCaffrey over rushing, nope. McCaffrey over receiving, nope. Niners -9.5, yikes. Chargers total points over 17, nope.
Wow. That over 17, you think like, oh, that
I was like,
surely
they're going to score 17 points.
Surely, Your Honor.
Yeah, brutal.
So this will be a good time because we seem to always forget. But let's check our pickets.
Oh,
I want to see.
I haven't looked.
I want to see. So go to the calendar bet while I do my spiel here. Change it to ROI. I want to see your percentage ROI for the month of November.
Okay.
So what we're using here is our wonderful sponsor, Pickit, Pikkit. If you're a degenerate gambler like we are, and you're using more than one sports book, or you want somebody to track your bets for you in an easy way, Pickit finds the best odds on everything, whether it's prop bets, whether it's spreads or totals, whatever you want. it will find it for you. It'll find the best odds. It'll tell you which book has it at 3.5 instead of 3 if you want the hook, or if you don't want the hook. Pick'It is the best. They've got a little social feature in case Twitter explodes. You can come here and post all your bets and brag on them there. Follow your friends. Follow JetBets. When you sign up, it's free to use, totally free. I don't think we ever talked about that, how free it is to use. Not only is it free to use, when you use promo code JetBets when you sign up as a referral, you will get Venmo'd real dollar bills to your Venmo account. $3 to $100 or somewhere in between. Using promo code JetBets, it tracks your bets, finds the best odds on everything. It's a wonderful, absolutely gorgeous app. They update it constantly. It's fantastic. So I'm on my calendar right now. Have I vamped enough for you guys to find yours?
I think this is correct.
So if you go to your calendar in the top right?
Yep.
And then you up in the top right corner where it says, like, it starts out at USD or units. Touch that so that it goes from dollars to percentage ROI.
Okay.
You with us, JB?
Yep.
Who wants to start? What's your ROI on the month of November?
I'll start. I got a 22.8 up.
Ooh, plus 22.8. Mm-hmm. You just beat me. I'm plus 22.46.
Let's go.
Real close there. How about you, Charlie?
Plus 31.79. Plus 31.79.
ROI.
I had a humongous, what is this? November 7th. Oh, the Ravens. That Ravens-Saints game.
Yeah.
I hit on that pretty big, too. That was 150% payout day.
We don't talk much college football on this show, but my college football Saturdays have been great, and I tweet those picks out on JetBets Twitter, at JetBetsGamble. I had 100% ROI on November 5th, a 42% ROI on the previous Sunday. So, yeah, Pickett's great. It's so cool to look at these stats and have a little competition to see who's doing better because it's a fucking blast.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
All right, that's enough. Thank you, Pickett. We appreciate it. Use promo code JetBets when you sign up. Available wherever you get your applications. Who's ready for Thursday night? Packers are at home, -3. After finally getting what feels like the monkey off their back, they're at home. They're favorites, just like they're supposed to be. -3 against the Titans. The total here is 41 points. Titans are hot, though. They are 7-0 against the spread over their last 7 games. And in those 7 games, the unders are 6-1 as well. Total feels a little low to me. This was floating around. I don't think it's gotten to 3.5 yet. I don't know if it's going to. I will check Pickett as we start hearing some bets here to see if it's at 3.5 anywhere. But JB, why don't you start us off here? And what's your pick for the Thursday night game?
It's got to be the Titans here. I just trust the Titans as a team by far more than I trust the Packers right now, and they're the ones getting points. So that seems like the easy pick for me.
It is so for the record, according to Pickett, it is at 3.5 on PointsBet and DraftKings, and oh god, it's everywhere now. Is it 3.5 on FanDuel? No, it's not.
3 on FanDuel right now.
3.5 on PointsBet, DraftKings, BetMGM, Barstool, BetRivers, Fox Bet, and something with SH. I don't know what that is. So, do we want to go to 3.5 here? We're gonna give ourselves a 3.5.
Yeah, but all the ones that you're seeing are like -124, -120.
Yeah, but you can still get it. Fine, we'll leave it at 3. Charlie, what say you, brother?
Need the Titans here. Need them. Need the Titans. I think that the Packers finally had a halfway decent game, which is great. But let's not forget about the last 5 or 6 games where they looked horrific. Mm-hmm. The Titans had the Chiefs pretty much on the ropes. I think Derrick Henry might have 280 rushing yards. And that might not be an exaggeration.
I don't think so either.
I'm scared. I'm taking the Titans too. Our sweeps have been good to us, but our Thursday sweeps have been very bad. I don't know if we've hit a Thursday night sweep
Thursday's
yet.
Been a shit show all year, just in general.
It has. And it's like I wanted to just take the unders are 6-1 in the last 7 Titans games. I should take the under, but 41 seems too low. Tannehill's back. I think that's the most impressive piece of that is that Titans are 7-0 against the spread. 2 of those games was with Malik Willis at quarterback.
Yikes.
So, Titans all around here. I don't think there's any question about it.
Nope.
Love it if you can get it at 3.5. Get that hook for yourself. But, yeah, Titans. Let's hope we can turn around our Thursday night luck. Big spread. We're already kicking off the 1 o'clocks with the biggest spread of the week. The Ravens are 12.5-point favorites against the Panthers. The total here is 43.5. Carolina is 3-1 against the spread in the last 4 games. Little hot. Alternatively, the under is 7-3 in Baltimore's last 10 games. So even though the defense hasn't been great at the start of the season here, the under has still been hitting pretty consistently. Charlie, you taking the points? You taking the birds and the points or what?
That's way too many points. I don't think there's any team at this point that's 2 touchdowns better than any other team.
I would have to agree with that.
Like, even like my beloved Chiefs, who I always talk very highly of.
You do.
I always bet them by the win margin, 1-13. They don't blow anybody out.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare, especially late in the year when teams kind of haven't figured out. Like at this point, your offense is what it is. Your defense is what it is. There's not many adjustments to be made. It's just get out there and do it.
Yep.
In my humble opinion. But the Panthers are going to be scrappy. Baker's back at the helm.
Oh, is he starting this week?
Baker's
Yeah,
starting
like
this
Peach is
week.
hurt.
Oh.
Yeah. So
That might change my answer.
That might give him a little bit of juice, a little bit of spark. Baker Mayfield, poor man's Taylor Heineke.
No.
That's so
I'd
funny.
rather have Taylor Heineke at this
You're
point.
I
talking
said
about
poor man's.
the first overall pick is the poor man's undrafted free agent.
Yes.
Or 7th round pick, whatever he
Who
was.
would you have rather right now, though?
Heineke.
Of course you would.
So what are you taking, JB?
I'm going to ride that under streak.
Ooh.
I don't trust Baker Mayfield with my life to score points. That's all I have for this. I don't have any good deep analysis for this. I don't trust Baker Mayfield to put up points, and by that era, I don't expect the Ravens to put up 43.
Mark Andrews is back.
Is it?
Is he back this week?
Yes.
Good for him. That's good. I'm taking the Panthers. I'm with you. 12.5 points is just too much for any NFL team right now.
13
Is it 13 now?
on FanDuel.
Adjusting to 13. Yeah, it's too many. There's no chance in hell they win this game, but I honestly feel less good about Baker there. If PJ was there, you could think about almost L-wording this. I don't know if we've ever L-worded a 10-plus point dog before, but yeah, Panthers, too many points.
If I told you that I was going to blindly take every double-digit underdog for the rest of my life, no matter what the circumstances were, would I be nuts?
No.
No, definitely not. Every time I look up those stats, it's like, oh, any team when they're 10-plus point favorites or more, they're always covering.
I keep thinking about the Titans and the Chiefs. Like that game, I almost had an aneurysm with that game because that's money on it. Think about the Eagles and the Commanders last week.
That's true.
Like all these, rarely is a double-digit spread ever covered as a favorite.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Let's just randomly look at the Panthers here. Carolina this may not be the best bet because they've been a bad team here, but Carolina as a 10-point or more dog in their last 10 games. Okay, this is actually bad. They're 4-6, but
Flip a coin.
yeah, basically a coin flip. So, but I'm riding the points. 13 is just too many. Too many. Bills need to bounce back after a game of the year loss.
Yeah, a couple changes already to the sheet.
Oh, yeah?
We got Bills minus 7.5, and
Ooh,
then
dropped the whole point.
the total is now 41.5. So both of them dropped a point since we had done the sheet.
Which I did this
They were
morning.
at 8.5 before.
They were.
I saw them at 9 at one point.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so good. Bills minus 7.5 against the Browns. Total 41.5 as JB is graciously
And
informed
also,
us.
I feel like we should point out, big snowstorm going to be happening during this game.
Huge.
Talking about feet of snow.
3 to
apparently.
6 feet. I saw.
That's crazy. That is insane. I will not be touching this game, for the record,
I don't think I will either.
with a 10-foot pole.
But I think there's a little mistake for the over. Even in a snowstorm game, because
Scoomy?
if there's any team I trust in a snowstorm, it is the Bills because they are most used to playing in it. And also, I trust good run-heavy teams, which the Browns are. I trust Nick Chubb in the snow, easy. So I think there's more points to be scored than led on to be.
So are you officially taking the over here?
I believe so. Even though I still think the Bills win upright, I'm not 100% sure by a whole touchdown in a snowstorm.
Cleveland's 2-5 against the spread.
They stink. They got a house by Miami.
They did.
They did.
It was never
It was
close.
so fun to watch.
From the kickoff till the end, it was never
Just
close.
Miami just spanking them all for 3 hours
They weren't
straight.
even playing in the same game.
I'm gonna take the under in this game.
Oh,
I hate weather.
me
I
too.
think weather is the worst. I don't want every team to be playing in a dome because that takes away the fun of the weather. but when I have to bet on it, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think the Bills still win. They probably will still cover. But the safe bet here, in my opinion, is take the under if it's going to be a snowpocalypse.
I'm taking the under too. I don't want to. I want to take the Bills minus 7.5 because Deshaun Watson has resumed practice. Maybe a little not quite as focused in that Browns locker room as they should be because you got this big distraction on the horizon here. But I think the under here, even though it's dropping 3 to 6 feet of snow, or sorry, 1 to 3 feet of snow.
No, it's 3 to 6.
It's 3 to 6.
I saw that.
That's taller than us.
Speak for yourself.
And you. Almost you. You're what? 6? Are you 6 foot? You're
6 foot.
6 foot. So there's a JB's length of snow coming.
That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow. I don't know how you can think that there's going to be any points scored. This might be a 0-0 tie. What's a tie? I might want to bet on a tie. But for now, I will take the under. Too much snow.
Gusts of wind up to 25 miles per hour.
That's not terrible. I mean, that's aggressive, but not overly aggressive.
Temperatures will be in the 20s with wind chills in the teens.
It's going to be cold.
So I wonder, the question is it going to snow before the game and it'll just be on the field, or will it be actively snowing during the game?
I think if it's actively snowing, it's better. Because like if it's on there and you've got to deal with it and it's been sitting on the field.
Well, it won't be sitting on the field. They're going to do their best to clear it off.
Well, right, but like at that point the grass is already gone. Like like if it's snowing and it's actually snowing, it's like they're moving it. It doesn't have a chance to settle.
I actually don't know if Buffalo's played on grass or turf. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I think they're grass because they're out they're not in a dome. So I would think they're grass, but
Orchard or not? I was going to Orchard Park.
Orchard Park, yeah.
But this headline from New York Post regarding the weather: the Bills are facing, quote, paralyzing snowfall.
You bet on a team that's going to be paralyzed.
Paralyzing.
You took an over and
I didn't read the New York Post. I'm sorry today.
Read the Post, you nitwit.
Read a book. Would you like to change your answer?
No, I don't, because I've seen Nick Chubb do well in snow games before. I think there will be more scoring.
I would love to see the last time there was 3 feet of snow in an NFL game.
Let's guess Nick Chubb's stat line.
Over 100 yards.
I'm going to say Nick Chubb's going to have 17 carries for 45 yards.
Disagree.
Zero touchdowns.
Disagree.
And a fumble.
All the disagree. That man won't wear gloves, and he doesn't fumble.
I'm going to say he's going to have 28 carries for... They're not going to be able to throw the ball. There's going to be 28 carries for 69 yards, and he will have 1 touchdown.
If this is overhead, so you guys are going to laugh.
Would you care to make a wager here? I'm writing it down.
Not a chance,
Nothing?
bro. Not an
This is a
actual
free...
chance.
Okay, fine.
How about not a chance since we still never got paid from the last bet we made with Brian?
What are you drinking here, boys? Free beers.
You offered us a 12-pack as a bet. This is our second beer you gave us over a span of 4 weeks.
About 1 per mayonnaise and 1 now.
We're square because I bought beers when we golfed, JB and I.
This is fair, but Charlie is pretty thirsty.
I owe my boy. I didn't realize he was so anti-cider. Wanted to be a little different.
You think 1 cider equals 12-pack of beer?
Well, I was going to give you another cider.
In that case.
Hey, big spender. It's coming. You know I'm good for it. Don't break my kneecaps over this. Home dogs alert. Colts plus 6.5 against the Eagles coming off their first loss of the season. The total is 44.5 still, I hope.
It is 43.5.
43.5. Still 6.5?
Still 6.5. Give me the Eagles.
That's it?
Yeah.
You don't want to think about it?
The Eagles are one of the best teams in the league going against one of the worst teams in the league with an interim head coach. Yeah, they won last week. What do you freaking do? They're still a bad team.
Would you like to take your lap?
I do want to take a lap. I told you guys, when did the Cardinals lose their first game last year? Right around this time. Right around mid-November.
Yeah.
When real football starts. Maybe the Eagles aren't built for real football. People are asking. Not me. People are asking. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. That's all I'm going to say. What I do want to say about this game is massive thing that we haven't talked about yet. Jordan Davis.
Talked about that on Jet Set.
Okay, well, I
Right
wasn't
before.
here.
No, you
Jordan
weren't.
Davis out. Humongous impact on what? The running game. Who do the Colts have running the football? A little man
Deion
you may
Jackson.
have remember who's not been good this year but has the capability to take over a game. Jonathan Taylor. All that being said, I think I want the...
After all that, please say the Eagles.
No.
After all that, please say the Eagles.
I won't take the Eagles. I don't know if I want the Colts either. I would love the Colts at like 7.5.
What if I told you that Indianapolis is 8-2 against the spread when they're home dogs of 6 or more points?
Will this be the Colts that beat the Chiefs?
Probably
Matt
not.
Ryan is starting.
How are the Eagles going to respond to adversity? Their first loss at home to a rival. You know what? I want the Colts.
I'm glad you put your
The
money
best
where
part
your
about
mouth
Sunday is Saturday.
is. Because of the coach. You're terrible.
I like it.
Saturdays.
I think there's something to be said about injecting like a lively personality into the locker room, like shaking it up, right?
Yeah.
There has to
There
be
is.
something there.
I agree with that. I think that there's that. I think that the way that he has approached it is like, hey, people are going to talk shit, and that's fine, but we're going to find out if I'm good at this or not. I respect that from him. Also, the biggest brain move that he had to get them to win that game was starting Matt Ryan over Sam Ehlinger. Like,
Wow.
maybe Frank Wright should have been fired. Like, hot take. Like, if you ever thought Sam Ehlinger was going to play better football and win you more games than Matt Ryan, you probably should not have been an NFL
Well,
head
what
coach
if Reich
anyways.
was looking to the future, thinking, "Hey, I'll be here next year. We need a better draft pick. Let Ellinger see what he's got. Maybe he is a diamond in the rough we don't know about. And if
I think-
not, then we'll have a better draft pick."
I think he knew that he was. There's no way he knew that, or there's no way he thought that if he started Ellinger, he was going to be here for the rest of the year. Like, unless Ellinger was like the
Think he
next.
threw in the towel on purpose.
I don't know. I don't think he did, but I just don't. I don't know how you can look at that and ever think that, hey, we're not out of this division. This division blows nuts. Like, the AFC is weak. We can still make a wild card game. Fuck Matt Ryan. Let's start Sam Ehlinger. Like, yes, Matt Ryan is not as good as he is. He's not the MVP version of himself or anywhere near that. But Sam Ehlinger is at best a third string quarterback. And if he's your backup, he's a bottom 5 backup in the league, I think.
Wow.
I just don't think he's ever had it. I don't think he has what it takes to be an NFL starting quarterback. And that proved it. If they start Ehlinger last week, they lose, right? I mean, I think they lose in a minute. And so that's not a big brain move from Jeff Saturday. I think that's just normal logic, but it's very strange what's happening there. I don't know how long this hot streak's going to go for them. I'm taking the Eagles. This is a classic. Like, you don't let one loss turn into 2 losses here, because they were relieved. They talked about it. Hey, we're almost glad we lost this game because the undefeated stuff is all gone. Now they just focus on winning and getting the first seed. I think the Eagles are still by far a better team. The Jordan Davis thing does worry me. I think we both heard the same stat that with Jordan Davis, their rushing yards allowed is like under 3 yards per carry, and without him, it's like almost 6 yards per carry.
Wow.
So that's and JB claims, I'm sure you're right, that he's not playing a ton of snaps, but
I mean, a 360 pound D tackle is not playing 30% of snaps on the field. He's playing closer to 20.
But he's playing all rundowns though,
He
without a
is.
doubt. So I think that I'm taking the Eagles here. This is a bounce back game if there ever was a bounce back game.
Agreed.
Also, the over is a little enticing, just because of the fact that Jonathan Taylor might just go bounce back.
Fair.
But I'm taking the Eagles. JB's taking the Eagles. Charlie's taking the Colts.
Come on.
Patriots are at home, -3.5 against the New York Football Jets. Total here is 38.5. The Jets are 6-3 against the spread this season. They played New England October 30th. Failed to cover +3 though. Is this a repeat? Can they cover with the hook?
I have a question. Sauce Gardner,
It's good.
dog. Okay, he's a maniac. He's so good.
Agreed.
I wonder if having a guy like that on the field, if his impact is like diminished by the fact that the Patriots wide receivers are all ass.
We talked about that last time they played.
Did we?
Yeah, we did, because it's like it's like putting a bumper sticker on a Ferrari. Like you're
wearing a bulletproof vest to a water gun fight.
Right.
You don't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
It might
like,
just make you look slow and dumb.
Yeah, like you're not going to be worse for it.
No, but it takes away the crazy, like the impact.
When your biggest strength is going up against their biggest weakness, it doesn't, especially in that sense where it's not like a pass rusher going up against like a fourth string right tackle.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, you're going to shut down Devontae Parker. So could your fourth string practice squad corner.
Yeah.
Like the value is lost, I think is the best way to say it. I think that do the Patriots sweep them? I'm going to ask you this question, JB. Do the Patriots sweep the Jets this year?
Is it possible? Yes. But what I think is the safe bet is the Jets plus 3.5. I think these teams are very similar, which makes me want to take the team with the points. Yes, they have Sauce Gardner to erase their one good receiver that they have in Jacoby Myers, and the Jets are actually in the bottom 10 of rushing yards allowed this season. So, and that's in a good way, like they're preventing rush yards. So, I think there's a good chance that the Jets pull this one out, but it's not surprising if the Patriots win. So, it's like I've been doing a weekly teaser. It's been pretty hot. It's going to probably be like the Jets plus whatever the tease gets me to. But I think it's the Jets right now, plus 3.5.
They have the Jets plus 3.5 right now on FanDuel at minus 120 odds. That means it's about to move.
Yeah, that means it's going to go to
way?
3.
Plus 3, yes.
Okay, so you want to lock it in now if you want to get it.
Yeah. Ooh, lock it. Lock it.
No.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Don't make me do it. I think I'll take the. I mean, the Jets to me are a smart pick. Like,
Yeah.
you're getting the hook, you're getting 3 points. They have looked better consistently than the Patriots have, for sure. Mm-hmm. You have to worry about the Belichick effect. Like, okay, he owns the Jets, but this ain't your daddy's Jets.
Who came out the other day and said that Belichick actually wasn't, like, he's a good coach, but he's not a GOAT coach? I forget who it was.
Low IQ?
Yeah, it was. Who was it? I forget who it was, but yeah, somebody like some big name person that like used to be a really good running back said it. Wasn't DeMarco Murray? Was it? Maybe, I don't know. But I'm taking the Jets too. We're gonna get our second sweep of the day. I think they split this, right? I don't think the Patriots cover. I love the hook. Give me the points. 3.5 is where it's at. Also, don't hate the over. Over 38.5.
I thought about that too.
That's a little enticing. We got another home dog. Texans are plus 3.5, hosting the Washington Football Commanders. Washington is hot. They are 4-0-1 ATS against the spread in their last 5 games. At what point does this tide turn? I tried to get ahead of it last week, and I tried to say, oh, it's going to turn now, and it didn't. They double covered is what I'm going to call that. They were 11.5-point dogs, and they won by 11. Like,
how about this? This just came to me.
Okay.
So this is so dumb. So minus 11, right?
Uh-huh.
They were plus 11. They ended up winning by minus 11.
Correct.
So the cover was flipped. They flipped the sheets.
Okay. They did. They flipped the sheets.
They flipped the sheets.
I like it.
We're going to write that down. They flipped the sheets. They flipped the sheets.
So dumb. It just hit me. I'm like, covers
I know.
in your bed. Flip the cover. You flip the sheets.
Flip the sheets. I think you flip the mattress is what you're supposed to do, but maybe flip the sheets too.
You got to flip them.
Somebody make a pick for this game.
I want a conditional. Can I lock this game if you give me minus 3? Because right now minus 120 to the plus 3.5. I'm asking for. Would you give me 3? Because I would hammer this as soon as it hits the 3.
I'm going to check Pickett.
I'll allow it.
I'm going to check Pickett. I'm going to see if it's
I
anywhere
have
yet.
There's 3 other sites. I already checked it. There's 3 other sites that have it at minus 110 for plus 3. Or plus 3.5. Or minus 3, excuse me. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you're a hot mess. I will allow it.
All right, give me the lock for Washington minus 3.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Show you
I'm
work.
taking a hot team against the worst team in the league by far. Like right now, Texans are in firm command of the first overall pick. They're not playing good at any facet. Commanders actually looking relatively good right now. So I was like, before the game, I saw it was -2.5. I was like, should I take this? Because if they pull this like upset out, like they're gonna go up to like 5 or something like that, and it moved only 1 point. So I really think, especially if it gets to 3, which is looking like what's gonna happen, I'm hammering it.
I hate this line. I'm still just scared of the commies. I'm just gonna say it. I'm scared of those red bastards.
But they're going against the Texans.
It's Taylor Heineke, man. Like,
Who's won 3 straight games.
I know, and Heineke is a roller coaster, and it keeps going up and up and up and up, and he's
I don't
gonna.
think the down's coming against the worst team in the league in the
But
Texans.
that's when you least expect it is when Heineke lets you down. Don't forget that. I'm still taking the commies with you. I'm taking the Commanders -3. But I don't love it. That's all I'm saying. Do not love it. I'm surprised you're locking this team.
Am I locking the team or am I locking anybody going against Houston?
Both. Are we sweeping this?
I want the under.
40.5.
40.5. This is a bad.
You took an under.
The Texans haven't scored more than 20 points in like 5 weeks. They are barely running on fumes. Commanders' defense looked amazing against the Eagles.
I did.
Chase Young should be coming back.
That is very true. Trace coming back.
So, yeah, that's too many points.
Can we talk about low-key how good the skill positions are for the Commanders?
It is really good.
Scary Terry. Jahan Dotson, when he's back healthy.
Curtis Samuel.
Looked very good. Curtis Samuel's been great for them.
De'Ami Brown has made some catches in roles.
Easy. Let's
Who the
talk.
hell
Let's
is that?
But we're talking about the 4th receiver at this point.
let's talk about the 2 good running backs that they have before we get
good's
there.
relative.
Brian Robinson is Brian Robinson, but he is playing his role well, and Antonio Gibson is playing his role well.
Meh.
They're not sexy, but
Nah.
they're getting it done, and they're providing. The way that they controlled the clock in the first half of that game was astronomical.
They're not sexy. They're handsome.
I would even say they are appealing. Is that less than handsome? I think appealing is less than handsome.
Yeah, he's appealing.
Or he's handsome.
Yeah.
He's appealing. He doesn't hurt to look at. What's that saying? You're
not too bad on the eyes there, sugar.
yeah. That's what they are. That's what they are. Not handsome, but they're not too bad on the eyes. There, sugar.
Damn it.
Saints go marching home with their tail between their legs. -4.
-3.5.
3.5. -3.5 against the Los Angeles Rams without Cooper Kupp, without maybe Matt Stafford. Total here, 38.5 still? Mm-hmm. The Rams have been underdogs 3 times this year. They've failed to cover in all 3 of those games. The under also hit in all those games, too. I get brainwashed because I talked to our good friend, Eric Harper, and he's a very big Rams fan. And I get brainwashed a little bit. It's like, the Rams like last year were fun, obviously, because they were great, but they're not a good team. This year, especially now Kupp's out, Allen Robinson is not going to step in there. Van Jefferson is like, he's fallen off after his good year the year before. I don't know what to do with this team. I don't know if the Saints are 3.5 points better than anybody, but if they're better than 3.5 points than anybody, they might be better than the Rams.
I want the Rams.
Oh, gross.
Gasp.
Let me tell you why.
Please do.
Both teams suck. I'll take the team where I walk in with 3.5 points in my pocket. That's literally it. The Saints are bad.
Yeah.
The Rams are bad. Well,
I like the Rams at 4 before I got the 3.5.
I saw it at 4.5.
Yeah, I've seen it 4.5 too.
4.5.
Yeah, I like that much better than 3.5.
Yeah.
Give me the under. This game's gross as hell.
You're gross.
I think
as hell.
gross games
Just
deserve the under.
I think so too. I'm actually gonna take the under here too because it feels gross on all sense of the word. Andy Dalton. I don't know why are they not starting. Is Jameis Winston's back really that bad that they are not?
I think it's
giving
more
him
of
any
Andy
chance?
Dalton hasn't done anything to lose that job yet.
They've won 3 games this year.
Yeah, do you think Jameis would have won them any of those games?
I think Jameis's ceiling is much higher than Andy Dalton's. Yes,
But is he winning those games?
we don't know because he doesn't get to play. I would rather them start Taysom Hill full time.
Then Andy, get the fuck out of here.
What do they have to lose?
Get out of here.
What
What
do they
are
have
you
to-
talking about?
they're
What do they have
3
to
and
lose?
5.
What?
They have nothing to lose. Just
What is
take.
Taysom Hill the future?
No,
is he the future
because if he,
of this team?
well, if he's
Are
not,
either those other 2 idiots?
what he said,
Then I'd rather play the guy who actually plays quarterback.
he plays quarterback too, and not only does he play quarterback, he's a top 5 fantasy tight end right now.
Did you see
People
him
forget.
soar that one pass over Kamara's head? The one pass he got to throw last week?
I think you do it and you say, "Oh no, whoop!
fuck outta
I
here,
didn't know
dude.
Taysom was bad. I guess now I'm going to have to take C.J. Stroud with the first overall pick."
You can get to
Whoopsie
CJ Stroud with the
daisy.
quarterbacks you have already.
Whoopsie daisy. I hate this game. I hate it. I hate the Saints. I hate the Saints. Everything about the Saints I hate. I hate their faces. I hate their logos. I hate their players. The only saving grace is Alvin Kamara on that team. And Chris Olave. 'Cause
I
I
have
like
a
Chris Olave.
report here about Jameis Winston.
Oh, please.
This is per Mike Triplett of NewOrleans.football. Saints head coach Dennis Allen said Wednesday, that's today,
Yep.
that Jameis Winston may not be 100% healthy at any point the rest of the season.
Start him anyways.
Brutal.
I almost said something. I almost said something bad, and I'm not gonna. I'm taking the under here. Under Rams. This game sucks butts. I'm so glad it's getting buried in the 1 o'clocks.
Speaking of QB battles, we can pivot here. Who do I start in my second quarterback slot?
Oh.
Kenny versus the Bengals, Davis Mills versus the Commandos, or Baker against the Ravens.
Mills.
Oh, yeah, probably Davis Mills.
He has the highest projected points of all 3 of them.
I think Kenny's a close second because he might just keep getting all the rushing touchdowns.
that's
in the
what I'm
world.
hoping for.
Did you see the stat about? I didn't see what the total stat was, but essentially there was a stat that was putting Kenny Pickett into the same bucket as Ryan Leaf and Jimmy Clausen.
Yes, I did. It
Well,
was embarrassing.
Something about like only 2 touchdowns over.
He has thrown less than 1% of his throws are touchdowns through his first 200 attempts.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. They look good. Let's save the Steelers.
Save it.
It's our last 4 o'clock game. Let's get through the 1s. The Giants are 3-point favorites at home against the Detroit Lions, coming off a nice victory against the Bears. Last second winner there. The total here is 45.5 points.
44.5 now.
44.5, man.
Dropping down.
Dan. The Giants are 7-2 against the spread this year. I believe that's their actual record as well. The unders are also 7-2. So every time they cover, the under hits.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know if it makes sense, but it's just a stat. I like the stats. I like the numbers. I like finding patterns. Giants boy.
You know I'm betting the Giants. You know I'm taking the Giants at minus 3-2. You kidding me?
I can't believe you didn't L-word this one. This is where I was expecting your L-word to
I
go.
was going to L-word the Giants 2 weeks in a row.
He claimed it in the group chat, didn't he?
He
He
did.
said, I'm claiming this as my lock.
I did not. This was never said.
I believe you
wanted
called
to claim
dibs.
another game, and then you took it and you called dibs.
I
So I
forget-
respected the
That
dibs.
was you.
I forgot what I don't know where my phone is. I forgot what I called.
No, you called dibs. I remember.
Well, no, but I forget what game it was.
If you don't take it, I'm going to scream.
Oh, it's a 4 o'clock game, right? Yeah,
Yes.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Where'd my phone go? Oh, it's on the floor.
Yes, but I'm taking the Giants. Like,
Oh, no, it's
I
a
don't- I
a
don't-
1 o'clock game.
it is a 1 o'clock game.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Giants.
The only one left.
Whoops.
Yeah, Giants are just a far superior team. I don't trust the Lions to pull 2 wins in a row. Giants are just way too hot, man. They're winning ugly football games, and that's all you need to do is win by -3.
Yeah, I'm taking the Giants too. The Lions have had a nice little resurgence here over the last couple of weeks, but Giants at home, I think this is going to be funsies. I think this is a good one. They are just going to run Saquon into the ground. Shout out to JB. He didn't put it in the group chat, so you didn't get to benefit from it. But he called whatever Saquon's over was last week.
I 100% put it in the group chat.
Maybe you did.
I did.
But I bet on it, and it hit.
This
So,
should be like 5.5.
I think it should be 5.5.
But I'll take it at 3. Thank you, Vegas. I'll take it at 3.
We'll take it at 3, and we'll take another sweep. I guess I called dibs on this game.
You did.
I did. I looked up. I remember now. The Falcons are 3-point favorites at home against the Bears. The total here is 50.5, unless it's changed. The overs.
It is 49.5.
49, so it did change. Thank you. 49 even.
Oh, and a half. Sorry, 49.5.
The overs are undefeated in Chicago's last 4 games. Undefeated. Doesn't matter. Give me the Bears +3.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
This team is hot. This team is on fire. This team is going up, 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 up. Justin Fields is going to run for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns on this measly, embarrassing Falcons team. It's in a dome. He's going to have no reason to just go ape shit on this terrible Falcons team.
This might be the most rushing yards by 2 quarterbacks in a game all year.
Ooh,
Between him and Mariota.
maybe ever. Maybe ever.
Do they combine for 300 yards?
That would be a great bet.
Interesting.
I'm writing this down. 200 rush yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 rushing
He's
touchdowns.
going to break his own record from last week?
Yes. From 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to take a step back here. Actually, fuck it. It's not important enough to we're going to talk about it. So I wrote this down for the Detroit game. Detroit was 3-0 against the spread in September, 0-4 against the spread in October, and they're now 2-0 against the spread in November. So if there's something against our sweep, they're bi-monthly when they're good. But Falcons, Bears +3 is a lock and a half. I love it. I love everything about it.
Yeah, I wanted this game, and then Brian called dibs and made me upset. And so, give me the Bears.
You did not have to. We've never talked about this, but you don't have to honor the dibs.
It's dibs. What the fuck are you talking about? Not honoring it. What?
That's true. It is in the
Jimmy's
Constitution.
appalled.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
I'm
to.
taking Bears money line, no doubt.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But I'll take the +3 in this for our picks purposes.
Bears.
Need it.
Bears.
Bears.
Bear down.
It's a busy broom. Breaking out the busy brooms. The Broncos and the Raiders are kicking off the 4 o'clock slate. The total here is, the Broncos are 2.5-point favorites at home. The total is 41.5. The Raiders are streaky when it comes to the spread, similar to the Lions here. It's not a monthly thing though. They started out 0-3 against the spread, then went 3-0 against the spread, and then went 0-3 against the spread in their last 3 games. Hot, cold. This is the worst game of the day, I think.
I don't know. It's an interdivision game. It can become interesting. It can become close.
The Commanders, Texans probably up there too for worst game.
Hey, doesn't mean it can't get you money.
I guess, but this is a bad game. This is what really is crazy is that if we looked at this game 10 weeks ago at the start of the season, we'd be like, "Oh my god,
What a matchup!
This is going to be like
wow."
Could you
AFC
imagine
West powerhouse teams?
What if you took the over at the start of the season for this game? Probably was like 50 points.
Oh, easy.
Easy 50 points. Do we take the points here? Do we think the Broncos are that much better? I'm saying that much. Are they 2.5 points better than the Raiders?
No.
The Raiders are atrocious.
Atrocious.
A dumpster fire. An absolute embarrassment of a football team. And the sad part about it is I can't pinpoint why they're that bad. I
can. It's a head coach.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, is it the head coach? Is it the fact that basically all other weapons besides Devontae Adams is gone, so now they have to get double cover? Now it's really easy to double cover Devontae in games. Which, by the way, can we remember Patrick Surtain is on this team, the absolute wide receiver eraser?
That's true. That's a good point.
And now they have no other weapons to go to. No Renfro, no Waller, nothing.
Has Renfro been hurt?
Yes, he's on the IR, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I love Broncos -2. I almost might put it in the picks this week. I'm not sure about it yet, but Broncos -2.5.
It sounded like you were going to be on the other side of that, Charlie.
Oh yeah, these teams both suck.
I was going to say, you can't pick the Raiders again.
I was just going to say that. God help you if you pick the Raiders here. If you pick the Raiders here, you have to go to therapy. you have to take a week off. Go talk to somebody. Go to church. Go to confession. The Raiders have hurt you too much. Mark Davis has hurt you too much.
Give me the Raiders.
I knew he would do, you egged him on. I know. After you egged him on, you knew he was going to pick them.
Almost like I did.
Raiders. Hey, a blind squirrel finds a clock twice a day.
I'm taking the under. Fuck this game. 41.5 points. I feel like the Broncos don't score any points. I love the Patrick Surtain call out. I think that's a really, really good point there. It's going to be tough for Devontae. Fuck this game. Why does this have to be a 4 o'clock game? Gross. Vikings, after their Game of the Year win, after the Justin Jefferson Catch of the Year, are home dogs, plus 1.5 against the Dallas Cowboys. Total here is 47.5. Minnesota's been hot. They have not lost against the spread since October 9th. It's been over a month since they have not covered a spread. I'm scared. I think the Vikings, this almost seems like a trap. They're coming off the highest of highs. They are in the argument for the number 1 seed. They're fighting for the number 1 seed since the Eagles lost, so now they're tied. Them being plus 1.5 seems like I saw that this is the easiest pick of the day, but I'm actually thinking it's a trap. I think I might take Cowboys minus 1.5. I don't think I'll actually bet this, but I think I'm taking Cowboys minus 1.5. I think it's a trap. Final answer.
Get out of my face with whatever you just said. You are a coward, and you should leave.
Sir, I live here.
Listen, bro. We were on the Vikings all year.
I still am.
And after the biggest win of their lives, we're going to go to... They're going to have the Cowboys come into their house and get points, and you're going to look them away. You're going to look them away in the face. You disgust me. Give me the Vikings. Do it.
I hate this game.
I like the Vikings so much. Spoiler alert, they're my picks this week.
I really like the Vikings too, but it just feels like a trap.
You're a coward.
It does feel like
a true coward.
It smells like rat poison. I won't say mean things about you like JB did.
Thank you. You're a good friend.
I think the Vikings are better. I think they're better on offense than the Cowboys. I think their defense is less good, but still pretty good. They're at home. Mike McCarthy is a bum. I don't like the total here. I think it's a toss-up, so I'll take the Vikings. I'll take 1.5.
I really want to take the Vikings. Sometimes I think I'm too smart for my own good, which makes me too dumb.
I think they rout them. I think the Vikings put up 35.
This just feels like a game. It feels like a letdown game to me. That's just what it is. I don't understand why. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's a look-ahead game. They play the Patriots, the Jets, the Lions, the Colts.
Coward.
The Giants. How dare you?
Absolute coward.
How dare you? In my house. I hate myself, but my gut says it's a trap. We're riding with the gut. Trust the gut. Just like we trust the Steelers as home dogs. Plus 4.5 against the Bengals. The total here is 40.5 points. Pitt is 7-1-2 against the spread as home dogs. Oh. If anybody here doesn't take the Steelers plus 4.5,
I'm gonna take the Steelers plus 4.5
with TJ, without Jamar,
and they got the Panthers curse still on them.
The Panthers curse.
Oh, I forgot
Great
the
call
Panthers
about
curse.
the Panthers curse.
Every
Great
team that has
call.
played the Panthers has lost the next game they've played. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yes. Yeah.
at home.
At home.
At home.
Coming to
at Acrisure.
Acrisure.
The sure at the shore.
Shore.
The sure at the shore. Yeah, this
Also, crazy uniform game. Steelers wearing the color rush.
Oh yeah, they're wearing color
Bengals
rush.
are wearing all whites.
are
Bengals
they
wearing the
really?
White
Oh,
Tigers.
that's dirty.
Oh, it's
Oh,
going to be
that's
a great
actually- that's-
visual game.
Actually really
Wish
sick.
they wouldn't have flexed it, but I understand why they did.
I get it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and Steelers looked much better. I think the week off was really good for them. Let Najee looked like a totally different back.
He did.
Last week than he did the rest of the season. I think the week off let him get his knee right. He was running hard. Jalen Warren did well. They rushed for 200 yards for the first time in I don't know how long. I loved it. I loved everything about it. That's what the Steelers. That's what I expected the Steelers to look like the entire season. Especially when you started Kenny Pickett, I expected that run game to just carry us, just like it did, and have that defense to make some big plays. Yeah. I think that's going to happen again. I think they're really going to miss Jamar. This is it. This is the Steelers. This is our comeback.
I think T.J. Watt
story.
gets 2 sacks easy.
I'm worried about Minka.
I too am a little worried about Minka, but TJ. I mean, it's amazing that the record of the Steelers with and without TJ. Like,
it is.
It's astronomical. It just goes to show that is the second most valuable position in the NFL is pass rusher. That's why they get paid the big bucks. I have to press this button again. Legolers. You ready? It is time for Sunday Night Fights. Stop us if you've heard this one before.
I'm sick of seeing the same quarterbacks over and over again, but that's okay. Welcome to another edition of Sunday Night Fights. In the red corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 225 pounds, fighting out of Tyler, Texas, by way of the University of Texas Tech University, Patrick Baby Goat Mahomes. In the blue corner, standing a towering 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. He's a tall drink of water out of Eugene, Oregon, by way of the University of Oregon. Justin Herb, a.k.a. G. Herbo, a.k.a. Herbert, fully loaded.
Boo. He sucks.
Oh, come on.
Patrick Mahomes kicks the shit out of him.
I agree.
No way.
What?
Yeah, he's got that.
You know how big Justin Herbert is?
You just told me. He's like 6'6".
Yeah, he's humongous.
But I think he's
Yeah,
a soft, quiet type.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, yeah, Mahomes is a big rabble-rouser.
He's more of a rabble rouser than Herbert
Hey man,
is.
how about we just go get a beer or something? Why don't we go just get a beer, Justin?
It wasn't bad. I'm just saying that wasn't bad.
Good game. We're gonna work hard. Hit the gym. Coach Reed.
I'm here. I'm here.
What would Jackson Mahomes say?
He wouldn't. He would dance.
He would dance.
He's been surprisingly quiet this year.
He has.
I haven't heard anything about
He
him.
has. Did you see? Have you seen that Tyreek clip?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like,
Hey, that Super Bowl can wait.
yeah. He's not wrong. I could not imagine that. So we should switch it up because I feel like we've done this one before. So let's not do a fight. Let's do
Thumb wrestle.
Who would win in like a beer Olympics between these two?
Justin Jefferson.
Herbert?
Justin Herbert.
I was gonna say, wait, he's not in this.
I said the wrong name.
So the beer Olympics I think it's a trifecta. It's got to be flip cup. It's got to be beer pong, and it's got to be what's the third one?
Beer ball, maybe.
Beer ball. Let's do beer ball. Beer ball is the accuracy. So
Herbert's just got the long hair. It makes you think he's like cool like that.
Frat boy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Herbert.
Yeah, I think Herbert probably.
I know you're chill like that.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you cool, bro. Yeah, let's go surfing afterwards. Let me just show you the righteous waves. Yeah, I think this is. I think in a beer Olympics, he definitely does that. I don't know what it is, but you might get offended by this. Patrick Mahomes strikes me as a Bud Light guy. I think that's a bad thing.
I'm here.
I'm not big on like the light beer stereotype thing.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't buy into like, oh, you like Coors Light more than Bud Light. That means you're a Republican. Like I don't get like we put these labels on people because they prefer like one light beer over the other. When in a blind test, 99% of people wouldn't be able to tell the difference anyway.
I would argue that I could tell the difference between Bud Light and any other beer because I think that Bud Light tastes that much.
Bud
worse.
Light is super watery. I
Yes.
think you might have a case there.
Was there something like I think Bud Light is made with like corn syrup, where the rest of them are made with like wheat or corn or something else, not corn, obviously. But
Yeah, you're correct.
there's something. It's brewed differently, and you can really taste it. Like I'm not a big light beer guy. I enjoy light beers when we're golfing, so that we don't get toasted out of our minds when we're playing 18 holes and drinking 18 beers. I like it during a football game when you're drinking all day. But if I'm gonna sit down and have a beer, I'm not gonna have a Bud Light. Like I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to hate myself.
Oh, Bud and Bud Light are made with rice.
Rice, that's what it is. That's rice. You can really taste the difference in that. Every time I pick up a Bud Light, I'm like, oh my god, who drinks this on a regular occasion? Not when it's on special at the Manny's.
Right.
God bless. And that was our tangent for Sunday night fights. The Chargers are 6.5-point favorites.
Oh,
Sorry, dogs. Plus
5.5.
5.5. It went down. Okay.
Yes.
5.5-point home dogs against the Chiefs. The total's 50? 50? Right? 50?
My phone's frozen.
Oh, no. Line.
It is 50.5.
50.5. Half of a half of a half. Since 2015, the Chargers are 1-5 against the spread as home dogs versus the Kansas City Chiefs. When they're dogs at home against the Chiefs, they can't do it. I think this is going to be another one of those games. I think that trend continues. I'm going to take the Chiefs minus 5.5. Especially now. I was a little wary at it at 6.5 or 6, wherever it was prior. This makes just too much sense. I think that the Chiefs are are operating on all cylinders. No Keenan Allen still. Mike Williams might play, I think, this week, right? I think he was practicing this week.
I think both of them are practicing.
They're both practicing. It doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't for me either.
Give me the Chiefs minus 5.5.
I'm with you for everything that you just said. Like, I have no disagreements.
I like when we agree and you don't call me a coward in my own home.
But it's more fun to call you a coward.
I know. It gets the listens. Mr. Chiefs.
I love the Chiefs at 5.5.
I, for one.
I love it a lot.
We got a
love
lot
it
of sweeps this week.
I love it so much that I want to lock it
You better
up.
lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
The Chiefs are so good at winning games by less than 10, but more than 3. So that's the honey hole. 5.5, 6.5. That's the sweet spot right there. That's what you want.
It is.
And this means nothing to anybody else, but my family from Kansas City will be in town this weekend.
It does.
They fly in on Sunday.
That's true.
So my house will be a rockin'.
A rockin'.
So
And don't come a knocking.
when you got people in town, it's their team. They're going to be riled up. You want to put some juice on the game. So I'm going to put more money than I probably should on the Chiefs responsibly.
Couple unis.
A couple units. I might put $15 on.
That's usually
The way that you said that.
$15 is 2 units.
I thought you were going to say like 50 when you
Nope,
started
nope.
that.
I might put $15 on the game.
Don't tell the missus.
That's how much that's how you know I'm confident. I'm putting a 15 spot.
Oh yeah, we're big spenders on this podcast, but we get it right.
ROI.
ROI.
31.76.
People
Hell
are
yeah.
talking about it. Well, I got to press this button again. We got to get some mouth noises going because that's another.
Hey, do you think we should do an ASMR podcast once?
Honestly, we could probably put that in our podcast like categories.
Just for clicks.
Just for the.
Now for Sunday night fights.
I liked it, if we're being honest.
Let's wrap this podcast up. The Cardinals, last game of the night, +8, home dogs.
8.5.
8.5. Holy butter my biscuits. +8.5 against the San Francisco 49ers. The total here is 43.5. Arizona's 1-3 against the spread as home dogs. They do not play well at home. We do not know why. Nothing makes sense. JB, finish us off.
I have to take the 49ers knowing or not knowing Kyler Murray's status right now. Like, if it's Colt McCoy, this team should win by 2 touchdowns.
Well, he got hurt too, if you recall.
Oh, he did.
We got a little Trace McSorley action.
Ooh, we did get some Trace action.
But he came back in, I'm pretty sure, right? Colt McCoy came back in?
I admittedly did not watch much of that game.
I'm pretty sure Colt McCoy came back in. Anyway, yeah, 49ers are too good of a team, and especially if the Cardinals don't have Kyler, I think this could turn into a blowout.
I hate all of it. I think I'm going to take the under here. I don't like the 8.5 on either side. I think that just what you said. Even if Kyler plays, there's Zach Ertz. Talk about injuries. Zach Ertz out for the year. I think that's a huge blow to that offense that needs a little bit of stability outside of DeAndre Hopkins, and you lose that when Zach Ertz is not on the field. 43 is going to be a tough drink of water, I think. I'm taking the under.
I might need you guys to talk me into the Niners because I'm still pissed off about their performance that they put up on Monday.
Why?
Because they didn't cover a spread. They didn't do anything.
You mean on Sunday?
Is that what I meant?
I think.
Yeah, Monday was Eagles. You're right.
Yeah.
On Sunday night.
They didn't cover? Oh, yeah, they were close, but not
Yeah, it
quite.
was by 6.
Yeah, that hurts.
They stink. They did nothing. Their offense, high-powered, crazy offense.
Didn't you put the 49ers at 3 in your power rankings like 2 weeks ago?
I put them at 4.
My point stands.
Yeah, they're supposed to be better than this. They won the game.
I don't know who calls them a power offense, but
You don't think they're a powerhouse offense?
no. Can I introduce you to Jimmy G? Like the most meh quarterback of all time.
That's just because you have an accountant behind the wheel of a Ferrari doesn't mean he's not driving a Ferrari still.
It's not wrong.
It's clear you're clearly not. You're not getting the most out of it. The miles per gallon and the RPMs are
Miles
still
per
very
gallon.
low.
Okay, yeah.
That's
We
the
have not
status
seen
report.
them at full strength yet.
What is full strength?
Everyone that's hurt, not hurt any longer.
Are you talking? Oh, you're talking over, not just on offense,
Right.
Okay,
The whole team.
defense
But
included. Okay.
I freaking hate these freaking Niners. But because I hate them and I'm going to bet against them, they might actually cover a spread. So I'll take them minus 8.5 for this purpose. But I will be actively betting on them to. I'll make tease down to like 2.5 or something.
Yeah,
Just
this
they frick me again.
this feels like a pretty good win margin game. Little 1-13 action.
Oh, I love a good 1-13.
That's actually not bad.
Little 1-13. All right, those are our game picks. Let's round everything out with our favorite segment of the day.
Parley, parsnip, parsley, partner. Parlay? That's the one. Parlay.
So let's get this out of the way first because based on the amount of sweeps that we had here, there's going to be some overlap.
Yep.
Let's not worry about the overlap this week.
All right.
I know we were worried about it last week. It was good for you guys. It fucked me. But let's not worry about overlap here. Let's just take our best games because I think we're all in the kind of same boat here, right? There's a couple of games that we really, really like, and then the rest of them are kind of like toss-ups.
Yeah.
So let's just, let's pick our best games. Doesn't matter how many times we pick them. Let's just get our best ones out there for the listeners.
Okay.
JB, would you care to lead us off?
All right. This week for my For Sure 4, alternately known as the Faux Show.
4!
Thank you. I'm starting off with the lock with the commies, -3. I'm betting anybody against Houston at this point. Like, basically, them and the Panthers are just, as soon as I see them, as long as the spread isn't egregious like it is this week with the Ravens, I'm taking them. I'm also going with the Bears +3, what I wish I would have gotten, but somebody called dibs. I'm going to go with the Vikings +1.5. And I'm going to go with the Giants -3.
Commies -3, Bears +3, Vikings +1.5, Giants.
A lot of threes in the Faux Show
-3.
but
Yeah, too many threes for a Faux Show. Brian's best bets, the triple Bs, also includes the Giants -3.5. That's the only thing we match on, though. I'm also going to take the Eagles -6.5 versus the Colts. I'm going to take the Lurs +4.5 against the Bengals at home. And I'm going to round out with the Chiefs -5.5. Going to borrow Charlie's lock for just a second. We'll probably give it back here right now.
Okay. I want the Tennessee Titans +3.
Ooh, I thought about
I
it.
love it. The more I look at it, the more I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it.
Second, I want the Bears +3. Love the Bears +3. I will take the Steelers +4.5. Need it, want it, gotta have it. And Chiefs -5.5.
Told you to give it right back. Got two matches there.
Need it.
You had three underdogs there. Titans +3, Bears +3, Steelers +4.5, Chiefs -5.5.
The only one we all overlap was the Bears.
I did take the Bears.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did.
I did not.
No, never mind
Giants. You and I took the Giants. You and Charlie took the Bears, and then
You two shared the
Charlie and I
Chiefs.
shared the Steelers and Chiefs. A little bit of overlap, but I think there's, like I said, there's a couple really good games here. I saw somebody put a tweet out the other day that like really like hit home for me. It's like, stop betting on 15 games. Take quantity or take quality over quantity, and load up on just a couple bets. And I think it's probably what I'm going to start doing now, because like the ROI is good, right? We're all over 20%. Some of us are in the 30%, but it can always be better.
You're right.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at JetBetsGamble. Wrong show. At JetBetsGamble. If you're listening to this on YouTube, the YouTube numbers are increasing. So say hi to the YouTube people.
Hi, YouTube.
Be sure to like, subscribe. The quick hitter stuff has taken a break because life has been kind of nuts. I do want to try and get back on it, but I will make sure that the YouTubes will have the podcasts up the full length for you to listen to at your leisure. But yeah, that's all we've got for you this week. I think we've got a good slate here. The boys have been hot. Past 2 or 3 weeks, numbers have really been looking good here. So I'm excited to keep that trend going. Thanks so much for listening. We'll talk to y'all next week, and let's go win some fucking money.